Hello everyone. In this tutorial I want to show you how to use the snipping tool to take a screenshot of your progress in your assignments so that you can turn it in for full credit. Here's an example of an assignment in my Design Build 1 course. It's got the number of the assignment, the actual title of the assignment, simple instructions on how to achieve success with the assignment. Here's a small screenshot of what I completed whilst doing the assignment, and also here's a recorded lecture on my YouTube channel that showcases how to get through this exercise in the same way that I did. For you all, you're going to want to click on Start Assignment, and that's going to open up these new options here where you can file upload. So you're going to want to put your file right here. How do we get a file of the screenshot of the progress that we've made? I'm going to go back to Rhino. Here's my beautiful castle that I've made in Rhino using the Start 3D model. And one important thing for me in most of my assignments is that getting the size and scaling of your image to be nice and bright and vibrant and large, right? There's a large difference between screenshotting this image versus screenshotting an image more like that, where I can see some of the finer details in your model. To do this, I'm going to use the snipping tool. So I'm going to hit the Windows key. I'm going to look for the snipping tool. Just start typing that in, and you'll find the snipping tool app. Go ahead and click on that. The reason why I want you to use the snipping tool instead of just doing a print screen is after using the snipping tool, you'll have an actual file that you can save onto your desktop or on your flash drive or Google Drive into some sort of folder where you can find it later on. If we go back to the assignment, you'll notice that all the way at the top, there are only 3 file types that I typically will accept for my assignments. They are JPEGs with JPG or JPEG, and also the PNG. So those are the only file types that I accept most of the time for my assignments. I don't typically need your Rhino file. I don't typically need a PDF screenshot. I don't need an Illustrator or Photoshop file. I just need any one of these 3. They're very light, very easy to read. I can do it from my phone through the app. I can do it on my iPad, and I could do it here on my laptop. So I'm going to go back to Rhino. I'm here with the snipping tool. I'm going to click on New. I'm going to make sure that this button is pressed with the camera, the photo camera, not the video camera. And I'm going to click on New. Once I click on New, I can click and drag a rectangle just like this. I'm clicking and dragging with one left click, and it will create this entire screenshot. If I maximize the snipping tool, this is what it's going to look like. Don't mind this one, this is Snagit. If I go back here to the snipping tool, I can now click on this little floppy disk icon, which allows me to do a save as. And from here, you can go ahead and save this screenshot in a very specific place. Saving your assignments and your screenshots with the proper file naming scheme and putting it in a place where it's organized is very important in my courses. So I've got mine organized here under OCC 2025, Summer 2025, ARC 201, and I'm going to put it right here in this folder called Assignments. I'm going to give it the same file name as the one I did previously, which is the preferred file naming scheme in my course, 250611, that's 2025, June 11th. This is assignment 2 for this class. This is what the assignment is called, Intro to Rhino, and these are my initials. And I have 3 different options to choose from the Snipping Tool app. I can use PNG, JPG, or GIF. Now GIF is not the proper file type that I need. I will only accept one of these 2 here. So I'm going to pick either one of them. I'm going to choose JPG, and I'm going to click on Save. It's going to warn me that I'm replacing my old one, so that's fine with me. And now I'm going to go back to my assignment. I can now close the snipping tool. I'm going to go back to Google Chrome. Here I am on Canvas. I'm going to scroll down on the assignment. I'm going to choose a file to upload. I'm going to navigate to where I put that file, Summer 2025, ARC 201, Assignments, Intro to Rhino screenshot, that one right there. Okay, and there it is. I can add another file. Some of my assignments will require multiple screenshots. So if there are additional screenshots you need to add, go ahead and click on Add Another File and find those other screenshots. Make sure you have all of the files named properly. I will check for that and grade upon that. Leave a comment if you need to, and go ahead and submit your assignment. And confetti. Once you get the confetti, you're good to go. Here it'll tell you that the project has been submitted at this date, at this time. There's some more details, and if you need to, you've lost it, you can go ahead and re-download that one file. All right. Thanks, everyone.